Welcome to Cheater's True Stories, where betrayal cuts deep and revenge burns hotter. Today, I've got a scorcher. I caught my wife Emma in the act. Not behind closed doors, not in shadows, but right in front of me at her own work party. Her hands all over Jake, her smug coworker, like I didn't exist. What started as a taunt spiraled into a showdown, and I wasn't about to lose. Heads up, this one's raw, messy, and unrelenting. If that's not your speed, skip to something softer. Otherwise, hit subscribe. Your support fuels more wild tailies like this. Smack that bell and strap in. This ride's about to get crazy. I didn't catch her in some seedy backroom or through cryptic texts. No, Emma had the nerve to betray me right in my face, at her own work party, under the glare of chandeliers and clinking champagne flutes. Her hands splayed across his chest, his fingers tracing her waist, their eyes locked in a bubble that erased me entirely. Jake, her coworker, a slick finance prick with a smirk that could cut glass and a handshake dripping with ego, stood there like he owned her. I stayed cool, jaw tight, but when his smug king of the room gaze swung my way, the air crackled. Game on. Hey, man, Jake drawled, sizing me up like I was prey. Emma says you box or something? Her nails sank into his arm, her laugh a shrill blade against my skull. Oh, honey, don't be shy. Jake's MMA, he's a beast. You two should spar sometime. I exhaled, slow and sharp. So this was her move. Jake's grin widened, all teeth and arrogance. Think you'd last against me? I met his stare, voice low, lethal. Step up and see. The crowd pivoted, a murmur rippling through the suits and sequins. Jake chuckled, peeling off his jacket like a peacock flexing, sleeves rolled to show off gym-honed arms. He thought this was his stage, used to the ass-kissing, the spotlight. He didn't know I'd danced with monsters in the ring, taken blows that crumple him and walked out grinning. Emma clung to him, fingers curling into his shirt like he was hers, not mine. That burned deeper than I'd ever confess. Relax, babe, she purred, all fake innocence. Just a little fun. Fun, I stared into her, past the mascara, the smirk, and saw it. The dodge of her eyes, the flick of her tongue, her body tilting toward him. She wasn't just flirting, she was daring me to crack. Jake cracked his knuckles, grinning. Let's see what you've got, boxer boy. The room pulsed, music thumping, voices buzzing, eyes hungry for a show. She wanted me broken, humiliated. Too bad I'm forged in fire. He swung first, a sloppy haymaker fueled by bravado. I slipped it, letting him stumble into a table. Glasses crashed, liquor sprayed, the crowd roared. His face darkened, ego singed. Emma giggled, twirling her hair. Don't embarrass him, babe. Babe, the word was a slap while she hung off him. He charged again, wild now, fury peeling back his polish. I sidestepped, snatched his wrist, and twisted hard. He yelped, buckling to a knee, shock twisting his pretty face. Walk away, I hissed, or I break it. The room froze. Then Emma laughed, nodded him at me, sharp and cruel, her hand sliding up his chest like she owned him. My gut dropped. This wasn't a slip, a drunken fumble. It was a pattern, a knife she'd been sharpening for months. She wasn't hiding it anymore, she wanted me to bleed. I released Jake, fists trembling, but I didn't swing, not yet. She turned, lips curling into a venomous smile. You okay, babe? Her voice was syrup, her eyes glinting with power. That's when it clicked. This wasn't about Jake or some party. She wanted out and me as the fall guy. Jake staggered up, rubbing his wrist, chuckling like we were buddies. No hard feelings, man, just fun, right? I locked onto Emma, the dress clinging to her, the way she pressed into him like I was air. I could hear her silent taunt, lose it. Give me the win, not tonight. I forced a grin, ice cold. Yeah, fun. Then I turned and walked out, the party's hum fading behind me. Every muscle screamed, but I didn't look back. She wanted a meltdown, I'd give her a reckoning. In my car, I gripped the wheel, breath steady, mind racing. How long, the late nights, her icy edge, her phone always dark, clues I'd ignored. I pulled out my device, set up a tracker in minutes, never suspected syncing to my car's Bluetooth. I drove home, plotting. This wasn't over. It was war. Hours later, her heels clicked outside, too late. I watched her primp and her phone's glow, masking the night's mess. She sauntered in, purse hitting the counter. You left early. she said, light as if she hadn't been tangled with him. Not my vibe, I replied, fingers drumming. Her smirk lingered. You and Jake seemed chummy. His name stung. You two looked cozy, I shot back. A flicker in her eyes vanished under a shrug. He's fun unlike some. She passed, her perfume laced with his cologne, proof enough. Morning came, I barely slept, adrenaline razor sharp. She lay there, peaceful, a liar in silk. The tracker pinged. Silver Crest Hotel, 2 a.m., an hour's stay. My stomach knotted, but I stayed steel. I brewed coffee, played normal. She kissed my cheek, robotic. Morning, I nodded. Plans, brunch with the girls, she lied, texting him, no doubt. Have fun, I said, voice flat, she'd see. She left and I tailed her, tracker live. No brunch, straight to the Silver Crest. She parked, primped, typed on a burner phone I'd glimpsed in her purse earlier. A sleek BMW rolled up, Jake casual, shades down, smug as ever. She beamed, a smile I'd lost, grabbing his arm. They strolled in, his hand low on her back. I filmed it, her laugh, his touch, the key card from the desk, every damning second. My blood boiled, but I didn't storm in. She wanted chaos, I'd deliver control. I strode inside, calm as death. My buddy Jake checked in, tall guy. Forgot his room, I told the receptionist, sliding 100 over. 512, she said, pocketing it. Elevator up, hallway silent. I stopped at 512. Laughter, murmurs, rustling. I hit record, knocked hard. The door cracked, Emma, ghost white, eyes bulging. Surprise, I said, voice ablade. She stammered, what are you? Same question, I cut in, phone up. She blocked the door, Jake cursed inside, sheets shifting. I can explain this, I said, nodding at the room. Panic flared, then she flipped. You're insane, stalking me? I raised the phone, red light blazing. You're recording, she gasped. For clarity, I said, stone cold. Jake chimed in, chill, man, you're overreacting. I gripped the frame, resisting the urge to shatter his jaw. Emma snapped, you've got no right. No right, I stepped in, voice dropping. You flaunt this in my face and I've got no right. Jake emerged, rumpled, cocky, mask slipping. Enough, dude, I stared him down, his bravado cracked. Emma's nerve faltered too. We're done, I said, final. She gaped. I walked away, leaving them in their filth. She'd misjudged me, and she'd pay. Back home, I uploaded the video, untouchable now. My phone buzzed. Emma, can we talk? I smirked. Come home. Let her think she had a thread left. She arrived, heels hesitant, face a mask of guilt and defiance. Can we be adults? She asked, arms crossed. Explain, I said, leaning back. She sighed, theatrical. You've been distant, I felt alone. It wasn't serious. My fault, I asked flat. She reached for me. I needed you, I pulled back. So you needed Jake, she flinched. I played the video, her laugh, his hands, the hotel door. She froze, then lunged for the phone. I yanked it back, pack now. What? Everything, clothes, burner out, she laughed shrill. You're crazy, I stood, towering. House, mine, money, mine, your job, that video's next stop. Her face collapsed. You wouldn't watch me. She bolted upstairs, slamming doors, stuffing a bag. Down she came, fury and fear warring in her eyes. A real man fights for his wife, she spat. I laughed, dark. Not one screwing around in the Silver Crest. She raised a hand, froze at my glare, then grabbed her bag, storming out. At the threshold, she turned, voice breaking. You're really... You did this, I said, slamming the door. Silence hit clean, electric. I cracked a beer, phone buzzing. Jake, be cool, man, no need to torch careers. I sent the video. Check your inbox. He replied, WTF, serious? I sipped, grinning. They'd played a game they couldn't win. Hours later, a crowd gathered outside, coworkers, her friends, whispers flying. She'd run her mouth, spun her tail. I stepped out, phone in hand, and played it loud, her laugh, his touch undeniable. Gasps erupted, her allies scattered. Jake bolted from his car, face red. You're dead, he swung. I caught his fist, twisted, and dropped him. Stay down, I growled. Emma stood alone, mascara streaking. You've ruined me, she choked. You ruined us, I said, walking away. The house was mine again, hers nothing but echoes. I don't lose. And that's how I flipped Emma's game, her affair with Jake exposed, her world torched, and me walking away with everything. She thought she'd break me. Instead, I broke them both, leaving her lies in the dust and his ego in the dirt. If this tale of deceit, fury, and sweet payback got your blood pumping, or left you reeling, slam that like button, subscribe. It'll push us to craft more jaw-dropping stories, and drop your take below. I'm itching to hear it. Too intense. Slide to another cheater's true stories. More confessions are on the way. Don't blink.